Hey everyone, Chris Jones here. Well, happy Friday to you. I hope you all have a great weekend and wanted to come to you now and bring you some really cool updates. Now, just so you know, iPAS is really close to being in your hands. I know I keep saying this, but I wanted to give you an update and let you know truly what is happening. Now, for those of you that don't know, this system has been built over the last, well gosh, I mean it's been worked on for almost 4 years now, but it's been really worked on from the ground up for the last year. And we've been working with Empower Network left and right to do it by the book. And let me tell you why that is I've been in this industry for 9 years, almost 9 years now, and I've seen a lot of front-end systems or website replicated systems that make these claims and do all these things to make a quick buck come and go time and time again. But I also know how fickle the FTC is. I know how the industry is regulated today compared to how it was. It is not worth cutting any corners when it comes to this, and here's why. Is all of you watching this video, all of you anticipating iPAS, okay, you're very excited, you know my vision, you know why I've worked so hard on this and got the engineers to do the things that I don't believe anybody's ever done before. But the reason is it's a huge responsibility for me to provide you a system that's going to be here long term, to not have to hype it up, to not have to make claims, to not have to do any of that. Is to only provide you a long-term solution to create the best platform, not only for you, but for Empower Network, and to take the risk away from them. If we take risks on our side and it puts Empower Network at risk, it helps no one. Okay, so it's in my best interest to have your interests in mind to be able to make sure this is compliant out of the gate, and if it takes a little bit longer to do that, trust me, for the long term it is worth it for all of you. You guys making a few extra $100 or some extra conversion points to make a little bit of money that's not going to be around is not worth it. Okay, so it's been really important to me to be patient during this process, and we've been going back and forth with accreditation as far as languaging and what the system's going to do and how we can and cannot say things. And the best part about this is yeah, it's taken a little bit longer, but I've been able to say, you know what, it'd be really cool if the system would do this. And I go to my engineers and they said, well, Chris, I don't know if we can do that. And I said, no, you can do that. And guess what? They pulled it off. And so we have things that I never even imagined we would have in this system when I first thought we would launch. So it's very exciting to say when we do put this live, when it does get accredited, and mind you, it will be they will say iPAS2 is our approved accredited system. We want you all to have it. It went through compliance. It's by the book. It doesn't put us at risk. We like what these guys are doing, and that is why we've been a priority this whole time with Empower Network. So I just want you to know why those delays happen, but it's going to work out for the best of all of you. And you look back at this and say, wow, that was nothing, okay? Now I also want to let you know that the system is functional. The programming is done, the design is done, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, the content is great. We're starting to stress test it. One of my partners is coming in town tomorrow. We're going to run through it, and then next week we just have to finish up a few videos because I talked to Jonathan Cronstead. He's the CEO of Empower Network today. He wanted to change some language. I said no problem, we'll get it done. Next week we'll refilm a couple things, we'll get it back in his hands. As soon as they sign off on this baby, you guys, we're ready to rock and roll. So we're rounding this corner, but again, I'm not going to cut corners. I'm not going to try to get away with something like the other systems that exist. They try to get away with cutting corners to make a quick buck, and I'm not going to do that to you, and I don't need a quick dollar here. So my point is, if they come back and say, hey, change this, or if I need to ask permission, I'll make sure that I do this. So when you guys turn it on and you buy and use traffic and send your resources to this system, I don't want anything to stand in your way or to prohibit you from marketing and making money. The last thing you want to do is have a system that you're so excited about and promote it, and it gets shut down or paused and your traffic is wasted. I've seen it happen so many times because of greed and selfishness. So with that being said, you've all seen the other systems that have come out here. Do what you guys are going to do, but I'm going to tell you the reason why we've been so patient is because we have a Ferrari sitting in the garage right now with the key in the ignition. I'm waiting to turn it. Every day I wake up and I shine that Ferrari down, waiting to drive it out of the garage for all of you to have, okay? It's not a Pinto that was thrown together in a factory, okay? This is a Ferrari that was hand-built just for you guys, and so I want you to know the difference between the way we're doing things and what we're going to bring you, because when you see the kind of stuff that you're going to be able to use, and the newbie is going to come in and say, wow, for the first time I get to do this, and I get to see this, and I have all this fun, and I feel like this community. You guys, I could go on and on here, but my point is we're almost ready to go. Things are ready to rock and roll, and you guys are going to get your hands on this. And when the time comes, I'll send you that message and I'll say, hey, it's 72 hours or 48 hours. We're going to be live. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this thing, but get your ducks in a row because we're going live. So with that, next week's gonna be a big one. My partner's coming into town. We're gonna do what we gotta do so you can have this. And then trust me, this fall and the end of the summer here is going to be a very good time for all of you. And rest assured, I'll be at every event and we'll be doing some massive deals. We'll be doing some big things, much bigger than even what we did at our last event. So if you were at our last event where we did the stadium stuff and the yachts, you guys are going to be in store for some really cool iPAS Black card promotional events. So with that, we'll see you guys soon. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Get your ducks in a row because we're coming upon the release of iPAS2, and trust me, Empower Network is very excited for us to launch this. They know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. All the other influences, you guys, none of this affects us. There's nothing that has set us back, that has paused us, that has created anything internal to slow us down. You know, we can look at what's happening out there and kind of giggle because we know what we have and we've been so patient and we know you guys have stood behind us, and those of you that do stand behind us are going to reap the biggest rewards. So I appreciate all of you. I know who you are and I love all you guys. Can't wait to get this in your hands. Have a great weekend.